Let me start before I talk about the game a little bit. Everyone wants to know, what Julio's status is. So, he had some low back stiffness. He was down in the cage, hitting before the game like he always does, getting ready for the game, and it grabbed him. He did not feel good about it, so that was why he was the late scratch today. Going forward, really day to day. We'll wait and see how he is tomorrow. Going from there. So, that's where that all came down about 30 minutes before the game tonight. So. We'll deal with that tomorrow. Again, it's day to day on where he's at. So, ball game tonight, I thought George threw the ball great. Does what George does. Was in a pretty good groove. Obviously, they put a couple hits together there with the Ohtani double in the first. But, other than that, I thought he was on top of it, moving the ball around like he always did and commanding the strike zone. Very efficient. And the guys at the bullpen after him did what needed to do. Obviously, offensively tonight, Ohtani's put together a really good year pitching-wise. There's no question he's one of the top, arms in the league and a combination of the multiple, shapes to his slider. Obviously a lot of off-speed pitches, not a lot of fastballs to get on tonight, but you got to make adjustments and hit the slider, and he kept us off balance there. And, we had some chances. Trammell adds with the home run. There in the eighth, and I thought we had a real good chance after that. They induced the double play ball, and we hit some balls hard in the ninth, and a night that their bullpen was a little bit short too. So disappointing. I knew it was going to be a close game, low scoring game. Fully anticipated that was going to be the way it goes. I was just hoping to get a little bit more going there late, and it would have been great if we got Ohtani out of the ball game a little bit earlier, but he was able to get his pitch count in check. After the first couple innings, he did a pretty good job getting it up. So not our night. We got to come back tomorrow. A couple big games left in this series. Questions?
It seemed like you were a little tardy coming out here. Was there a message you wanted to make sure your team heard from you after this game?
No. Our guys, they compete really hard. They're into the game. We got a lot of adversity thrown our way. We know that, so we need other guys to step up. Trammell hits a homer tonight. He's a late sub into the game. Toro gets a big double late in the game, so some positives there. But everybody's got to chip in, just do their job. And, we're better than that offensively. You got to give credit to Ohtani. He is one of the better pitchers in the league.
Yeah, when it rains, it's poor. When it comes to Suarez and Julio on a night like today.
It happens. It happens. That's why you have more than just you have a 26-man roster. You need everybody to step up and do their job. And, we pitched a really good ball game. We were right there. We had a chance to win it, and that's all you can ask for.
Stuff-wise, what did you see from George?
I thought his stuff was really good. They got on. I thought I made good pitches to Trout all night. The base hit there. Ohtani jumped on a first pitch for a double. After that, I really thought, he was in control. They had the leadoff walk the one inning, and then the soft single, wild pitch. They got a scratch run there, which ultimately hurt. But, George continues to roll. He's throwing the ball really well.
What ticked off was he after that walk? We know he hates doing that.
Yeah. That's what gets to George more than anything, is the walk. He wants to go right after guys and make them earn their way on. And, his leadoff walks, they've gotten us here the last couple nights.
Seen Ohtani a bunch this year, but with the slider in particular, was that as good as just seeing it? And,
he just changed his shapes to it. I don't think his splitter hasn't been thrown as much as the command of it. He threw some good ones tonight down in the dirt. The focus on Ohtani, you got to get the ball up. He throws 100 miles an hour, but he doesn't throw it. He gets you out with all the sliders, and but he's having a great year. He really is.
What do you need to do to get that pitch count up?
What do we need to do to get their pitch? We did it. For the first 3 or 4 innings, we were right where we needed to be, and he got more efficient. He threw more strikes. We put some balls in play. When he get any hits, you not being able to create a lot of traffic out there to get the pitch count up. But early in the game, after a couple innings, really after 3 innings, I think it was 58 pitches, something like that. You can't do much more than that. He just was able to settle down, and we weren't able to get him out. Hopefully get him out 1 inning earlier, and we weren't able to do it tonight.
No, he was great. Just the way the game started, your starting pitcher sets the tone for the game. Goes through a good first, and then the double to score Mike. Just misses the home run. I think just a couple inches if I saw it right, but he was really good today. Yeah, I saw him look up at the scoreboard after I think the second or third, and his pitch count was really high, and it was like he knew he had to be more efficient with his pitches, and boom, there we went. Threw more strikes, and then pitched through the seventh, and then. He didn't ask out of the game, but it was time right there. But it was just a good ball game, really good ball game on both sides. We played, very good defense. We a couple timely hits against a good pitcher, and it was a nice win.
How were the defense able to complement that performance out there that he had?
Well, I mean, not what did he strike out? 9, I think. 8 or 9. So, I mean, we did use the defense a little bit. Louis' play was outstanding. Just a couple, routine ground balls. I got Soto in there early, and after Stefanik's hit there, and just everybody's raved about his defense, and so all right, here we go. He's ready to go. He was excited. It was neat to see him get out there and be part of that first win, and I'm gonna put him in there tomorrow, let him play. So just like I said, a very good ball game all around for us.
You mentioned the high pitch count early on. I'm curious, do you feel like he senses, because obviously you guys had some guys down in the bullpen that he needs to kind of go a certain amount tonight? I
think he did. And we did have some guys, like you said, needed some rest out in the pen. We've been used a lot. But like I said, I saw him turn around and I saw him look at the number. And sometimes I've gotten to learn his body language a little bit. And he was really efficient. I think it was the 4th, and then the 5th and 6th, it was just boom, boom, right through. And then, he had a pretty decent, the 7th was good too. So, it was like he knew. Like, I know I got to get through 7 for us to, get a chance and have a few more. I mean, hopefully we score a few more runs. We didn't at that point, but, Jaime and Loopy did a nice job at the back end there.